Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we'll be working on Pack 31 of the Alien Xenomorph from Agora Models. I will tell you right off the bat, the experiment with this stuff has failed miserably. Every time I touched something metal to the magnets, or not every time, these first couple are still held in by the BSI black glue, but the rest of them I had to go back and put regular super glue in because they kept popping out. So I'm no longer going to even try and use that stuff. Got the regular super glue in there. If they start popping out left and right, like I've heard other people had problems with, I will be working with something else. I'll figure something else out to use to attach them. So today, in this issue, we have a whole bunch of magnets. No ribs this time. These ribs are done, so I could probably take them off of there. I have a whole bunch of magnets that are going to go into here, which this piece fits, should fit. I'm not going to say it does fit. Should fit on here about like this. Those yeah, that's going to pop down in there. This should wrap around, and that's where we're going to be putting magnets today, into the corresponding holes to these magnets. But before we do that, we have to do some work on the skin, on the outside of the skin. We have a couple of small pieces of pipe and then some detail parts. All of these are going to get glued on. There it is. I'm sitting here going, where did I put those magnets? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this done. Okay, so B6 and B7. This is B7. This is B6. Are going to go up here on the shoulder, and you can see there's two slots for them. So let me go ahead and cut the tab off of B6. And like I have to do pretty regularly now, shave that down just a hair. Nobody but me is going to realize that I did this. That's okay. So B6 goes into this top one like that. Let's see if I have any. I do still have some super glue that is not completely dried. Put the glue into the tab here. A little bit on the end up here. A little bit on the end back here. And then pop this in here. It should just stay on its own. Maybe not. It popped right back out. Actually, that looks like it might be backwards. Doesn't matter which way it went. Doesn't quite fit down here at the very end. Up on the other end, it does fit perfectly, so we're going to leave it at that. And B7. You know what? I keep ending up taking this scalpel to it anyway, so I'm going to just use the scalpel instead of the nippers. Take a little bit off of there. There's a little lip still on there. That should just fit into this next one down here. There's your problem. Crap. So I'd put them in the wrong order. B7 goes on the top, B6 goes on the bottom. So let me redo this. Put the glue in here. Unfortunately, I got it before it really set up. That's why it didn't quite fit right. So put this one in here, and that actually seals that hole better. Makes mistakes, people. We all do. So put B6 into the right hole. I bet you it fits better than it did on the other one. And it does. It fits all the way in, just like that. And then we have C3, C2, and C1, which are all going to go down here on this end. And let's see, it goes 1, 2, 3, starting from closer, going out. So let me go ahead and cut C1 loose. A little bit there. It's going to go on there like that. More I'm worried about putting it on the top here, where it's going to actually attach. Around the bottom, it should grab on pretty easily. So 2 points like that, and it goes on. If it'll stay on. It's almost like my super glue doesn't want to work today. Goes on there like that. And it's still not catching. So let me hold it a minute while I see if I can cut C2 loose one-handed. Hopefully that'll stay in place while I look at this. A little bit of trim there. Beautiful. This time, instead of getting the top, let me see if I can get it all down into the bottom, which is what I think I did wrong on the first one. Get it all the way around here. Then the bump is going to go towards me. Push it down on here. Let me see. The other one has set. So let me do the same thing here. I'll cut this tab off one-handed as well. And it did not come out near as clean as the other one did. Let me drink a little bit of my tea. Okay. A bit better there. It's just me being a little bit of a perfectionist. So you can see there, it's actually pretty smooth. And you can see the black glue on my thumb, on my fingers still yet from using the Bob Smith Industries black glue. Did not work at all. Might need to use silicone or something like that, which that B7000 is kind of like a thinned down version of silicone. There's a lot of glue that goes into building this kit. So let me push this one down on here, and hopefully they'll all set up and be fine while I move down to the next page. This is where we're going to have the fun of putting in 4 more magnets, or 8 more magnets. Move those out of the way. This one is still not completely set. So let me hold it for a minute longer and see. So now let me set this back on here the way I had it earlier. What I'm trying to do is line this part up here with the hole here, because that's where that's actually going to sit when it's eventually completed. So get that lined up. I wonder, it's kind of not wanting to stay there. But so roll this over, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop the magnets into each position here. If I can let go of them, and they should just pop in there exactly the right way because of the magnets below. You can hear them dropping against the hard plastic. No glue is in there yet. I'm just putting these in here so that they're in position. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt, I don't know how well it's going to work, but I'm going to attempt to get each one out and put a little drop of glue in there and then push it home. So there's a drop of glue. Okay, that seems to work. Let's see if I can get this next one out. And you can see that the magnet below is not holding it that tightly. If they were, it would be next to impossible to pop these out. Pull this up for a minute. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Most of the magnets have grabbed a hold of something. I just had 3 of them go somewhere. So let me pause real quick and while I find these magnets and get them under control. Okay, I'm back. I have all the magnets back under control, I think. There's 6 here. So let me, before I get excited and start dropping them back in here, let me get this back on here correctly. That did not work the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. So the next one, and I had to do put some pretty serious pressure on this one here to get it to drop down in there. So let me pop some glue in here. These almost, some of these would almost stay in without the glue because the sockets are pretty deep and pretty tight. You put the glue in there just to make sure. Glue in there, probably too much there, I think. That's probably going to come up over the top. If I can get it to go all the way down, that is. Yes, I'm using the back end of a scalpel to push this magnet in place. Not really one of the brightest things I've ever done. Drop in there. And that one just splattered a little bit of the glue. That one's actually going in the way it's supposed to. Let me see if I can go back and get this one in there. I don't think it's going to come out. It's just not all the way down. Drop a glue in there. I could do them all at once, do the glue all at once, but just in case the magnets start going nuts again. That one's in. I'm going to do this one before I do the last one because that one's got a pretty serious weld to go into. That one's in. We'll get the last one in here. And that has got them on there. And actually, it is enough to hold it. Looking to make sure everything is still in place. And I believe, let me check the instructions, but I think it is. That is all there is to do in stage 31. Hope you're enjoying this. I'm having a good time with it, even though there are some difficult sections. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on going. I haven't hit the really hard parts yet. That's coming soon. That's coming soon as I start actually gluing the skin together. So, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I post new videos. Come on over to Hobby Time Modelers on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord. Links are in the description. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I'll see you on the next video.